What are the Charlotte Hornets doing, man? They traded Lamelo Ball to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Naz Reid, a 2033 unprotected first, 3 first-round pick swaps, and 3 second-round pick swaps. And I'm just left here wondering what the Hornets are doing. And, in all seriousness, I'm going to spend some time yapping about them, and then I'll actually talk about the trade and what it implies for both LaMelo and the Wolves. But I really got to question what this Hornets team is doing, what this front office is doing. Because moves like this are what keep bad teams bad, right? The Hornets, for pretty much, I think, majority of people's basketball lives, have been a bad team. They just haven't been good. And moves like this just really keep them down when they're already down or when they are just coming up, right? This Hornets team struck fear into a lot of Eastern Conference teams this year after their second half run. They almost made the playoffs. They were this close to being the 8th seed. Now, obviously, they got blown out by the Magic, but they still were a game away from being in the playoffs for the first time in who knows how long, right? And you gave away your cornerstone piece? LaMelo Ball brought fans to Charlotte. He made people a fan of the Charlotte Hornets. He made Charlotte Hornets basketball interesting to watch, right? Him and Eric Collins. Shout out Eric Collins. I'm so sorry he doesn't have LaMelo anymore. But, what are they doing? Because I understand if you're getting back a top, 10 player in the league, but it's just such a questionable move. You get a ton of picks, sure, right? And maybe those picks are good, barring LaMelo's health, which we'll get into. But it's the same thing. This trade is exactly why when Devin Booker rumors started around the trade deadline this year in the offseason and Jaylen Brown rumors are sparring up, why? You are unless you are getting back a Jokic, Shea, Wemby, Giannis is off the board now, but unless you're getting one of those three or Luka or someone, you should not be giving away the cornerstone of your franchise because this is someone people love to see, right? This is someone the fans love. So why are you getting rid of him, right? I understand maybe you're scared about his health. Maybe you're scared about his his effort. You're maybe scared he doesn't play winning basketball. But again, you were just almost in the playoffs with this team. You built what I would call the perfect team around LaMelo Ball. And now you're getting rid of him. I am so shocked that the Hornets decided to do this. This is a horrible trade for them. Because I just, with Anthony Edwards, I just don't see this Timberwolves team being worse than the Hornets. Unless the Hornets get lucky, right? Unless a miracle happens and the Nuggets GM drinks himself into a coma and trades Jokic. This Hornets team just won't be better than the Wolves, right? Even if LaMelo Ball gets hurt, this Wolves team will always be better. I don't understand why they would do this. Now, the 2033 unprotected is maybe the thing you fall back on, but if that's what you're falling back on, that's not good, right? That pick, who knows what it'll look like? Who knows where Ant will be if he continues to say he's whatever his situation is of he wants to win and whatever that whole thing is. Maybe LaMelo's not there. I don't know what's going to go on. But that's not enough to entice you to trade LaMelo. You're trading for what? A 6th grader right now? A middle schooler? I'm just so lost on why they would do this. Enough yapping about the Charlotte Hornets, though, because, man, I feel like everyone's just going to be talking about their stupidity. Let's talk about the Wolves because they came up. I will go out the gate and say it. Timberwolves PR manager, if you are watching this or if you are seeing this, put your 2 weeks in. Put your 2 weeks in now because it is going to be a struggle when the regular season comes. These two are going to be must-see TV. It's going to be so funny to watch these two. But just beyond that, this is probably the picture-perfect fit for this Timberwolves team, right? I know there's some concern about LaMelo's shot taking and his, specifically his questionable shot selection. But I think it'll be fine, right? He definitely will relieve pressure off of Anthony Edwards scoring-wise. So I feel like they don't have to be worried about that. and he's a great playmaker, right? Him and Rudy Gobert. I think LaMelo Ball is one of the few point guards in the league that will really unlock Rudy Gobert's offensive side. And again, it'll be such a huge stress relief for Ant. We saw it with Concanipple this year. The reason Concanipple was so efficient this year is because he had someone like LaMelo at the one. I think that same sentiment can be applied to Jaden McDaniels. I do expect a even better career year from Jaden because now he is a true third option while being able to benefit from the playmaking LaMelo Ball has. And if Anthony Edwards continues to take leaps in his playmaking ability, this team has all the potential in the world. Again, I really like this team. I'm so sorry, Timberwolves fans, about Naz Reid. I know he's probably the last guy you wanted to see traded, not named Ant. But I feel like talk to me again at the trade deadline this year. I don't think you'll regret trading him, right? I know the Naz Reid banners will probably forever be with some of these people, but you're getting LaMelo Ball and you're getting a superstar point guard. I'm super excited to see how this team performs. Again, we're going back to it. You do give up the pick swaps and the 2033 unprotected. And I know the huge concern is LaMelo Ball's health, right? That's a reason maybe the Hornets didn't want him. But if you're able to just keep him healthy and able to keep him from doing anything too crazy, you should be able to be good for a while, right? Your championship window is opened dramatically now, right? I do think they are one of the true contenders in the Western Conference because LaMelo Ball's playmaking for this team just brings their offense to another level, right? This is why the Charlotte Hornets were so good, is because LaMelo Ball's playmaking unlocked unlocked Brandon Miller. It gave opportunity for these guys to see new looks, and I do think that'll happen here. I am a bit worried about specifically shot selection. I'm sure it'll come around, but I just worry about the deep, contested, heat-checky threes because I think everyone knows LaMelo Ball does that a ton, right? And Anthony Edwards definitely does that when he's feeling it. So I'm just a bit concerned about that, but I don't think there's any – I think that'll obviously fix itself. And whatever you say about LaMelo Ball's play style, he's a winner, right? He helps contribute to winning basketball, even if he doesn't play a brand of winning basketball. The results speak for themselves. I'm super excited to see how this Timberwolves team performs because this is definitely going to be one of the most fun teams in the league. I truly don't understand what the Hornets are doing, though. This was just a bad trade. Just a bad trade. But anyway, that's kind of all I got for this trade. I'm super excited to watch this Timberwolves team next season.